Hey, Andre Cruz here, and on behalf of the Fittest League, I want to thank you for making our winter weightlifting throwdown a huge success. We had a blast, and we hope you did too. While you're here, I want to remind you to follow us on Instagram at the Fittest League, friend us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube page. You're watching it right now, and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Now, without further ado, it's time to see how good you look lifting with color commentary from me. Cruise control.
All right, Lindsay, so let's take a look at your setup. I'd like to see your knees shove out a little bit more as you stand up. Notice how your knees stay together. It'll make it a lot easier to keep your torso vertical if your knees go out a little bit more. But overall, pretty nice lift here. Same thing on your second one. Take a look at your knees. Like to see them shove out a little bit more, but I'd say that was a better lift than your first one. Now when your third one comes to bite you in the butt a little bit, but keep a look at your hands here. I think you actually keep your hook grip the entire time, which may have been one of the reasons you missed this. Nice lifting face there. Good extension. Very powerful. You just got to be a little more aggressive on your punch. But see, I think you still have your hook grip, which makes external rotation a little bit more challenging, which is maybe why you missed that lift. But I think you'll have it soon. Now for your clean, same thing. The knees don't really shove out, but still we're able to make that power clean pretty easily. Very solid jerk there, nice patience. Now on this next one, take a look at your knees on the catch. Would much rather you catch it in more of a squatting position with your butt going back instead of your legs just jumping out to the side. Decent jerk, could have dropped under it a bit more with the back knee. Alright, so let's break down this last lift. Knees could have gone out a little bit more, but we have very nice extension here. And the legs go out way wide instead of absorbing that impact with the hips in more of a squat position. Elbows could have also swooped forward a little bit faster, which would have made it a little bit cleaner, but not too bad. Now notice your foot positioning here. You're still in a squat position. Remember, anytime that we clean, deadlift, snatch, or do any sort of jumping, we want our feet more narrow. It's a lot more powerful jumping position. So we get a nice dip here. Could have initiated it a little bit more with the hips, but good extension. And look at that back leg. It stays stiff. Instead of bending that back knee, that would have helped you absorb that impact, and then you wouldn't have had to press out on the bar like you did there. Now, obviously, this lift would count in a CrossFit setting, which is awesome, but in a weightlifting meet, not so much. But overall, I think you did a very nice job. So I think going forward, if you just remember on your clean and your snatch setup, if you shove those knees out, it'll help you keep a much more upright torso. On your snatch, remember you need to release that hook grip when you go to catch overhead and punch aggressively. Really receive that bar in a nice powerful position. And then on your jerks, make sure that you reset your feet and just make sure that you bend that back knee to absorb that impact. Overall, really awesome job for your first meet.